It's my pleasure to introduce you to our guest speaker for the week. Say hi. Hi. Say, I love Jesus. Yeah! Did you know that God created you? He loves you. Has such good plans for your life. Have a kiss? I can't wait to keep hanging out with Gigi and see the woman that she becomes. This is changing my life. I went to Michael's today to get some things to bedazzle it with because why not? I am learning that God enjoys me. He likes me. He loves me, but he likes me. He loves doing things with me. He loves going to Michael's with me and picking out things to bedazzle my phone with. He loves going on runs with me, being at the movie theater with me when I cry. I don't think I've ever loved God as much as I do right now. I've been so fixated on my calling, what I'm gonna do, what my gifts are for, who I'm gonna marry, where I'm gonna go, where I'm gonna live. Just learning like it's not about what I do, where I go, it's who I get to do it with, and I get to do everything with God. Joy is who I get to do it with, and that's God. And I could cry. I've already cried so much. I've never cried more in my life than like being in Circuit Riders, and I pray that I never stop crying. I pray that my heart is tender towards God my whole life. Jesus is messing me up. Let Jesus mess you up. Let go of control. So much better. I only learned that today. It's gonna take my whole life to learn that. Everything that's going on in my life right now, it's all like God is, everything's connected. There's no coincidences. I'm reading this book. My friend Ian told me about this. This is Living Fearless by Jamie Winship. It's about identity. This page says, we take our eyes off Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. We stop abiding and we become separate from truth. The separation results in a descent into falsehood, which is destructive. He said in one of his podcasts, when you're walking in your identity, like you don't have to go looking for your calling. You're going to walk right into it. And then at church, we're reading through Acts and learning about like a church on fire. And this week was Acts 6 and talking about serving and preaching the gospel and going low. And God is teaching me that I need to serve and I need to die to myself. Luke 17:33, whoever seeks to preserve his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life will keep it. What does this actually mean, God? I love my life. I love who I am. I love what I love. How do I die? That's the question I'm asking God today. It's going to be something I'm going to need to like just look at Jesus for every day. His love is unconditional. There's nothing I can do that can make him love me any more than he does right now. And nothing can take that away. The Christian life is just waking up, obeying God, and going to bed. That's it. And there's no formula. Like we so badly want a formula. Like, how do I hear God's voice? How do I read my Bible? How do I live? What do I do? Because we're so afraid to make a mistake. But there's no formula. Like, it's just Jesus. And it doesn't make sense. It's all a mystery. It's all a mystery. And that's why we need faith. And that's why God is trustworthy, because he enjoys us, because he likes us. This is a revelation that I'm having today. Everything I'm sharing right now is like fresh on my mind and my heart. God, I'm done analyzing. Did you say this? Is this really what you said? Is this really my dream? Is this my calling? What am I going to do? Who am I going to marry? What's going to happen? How many babies am I going to have? I'm done analyzing. Why? Because I trust you, God. Why do I trust you? Because you like me. You enjoy me. I can trust you. A really good friend. A man named Dan Bowman came to speak from YWAM. This man's incredible. Please go look at his book. Look him up. He's like been arrested in Iran. He said, when God speaks, 51 to 99% chance that it was God. And I think he spoke. So I'm going to step out in obedience. We're never going to be 100% chance if that was God. Like, got to do something. Like, God is a God who takes initiative. Like, he speaks, he does, he sends. We just have to risk it. Like, the Christian life is taking risks. And if I think God said something, there's a chance that it was him. So I'm going to obey. I got to forget my calling. And I just need to be obsessed with Jesus and who he is. Dan, starting from age 16, he would start to try and like speak to God and hear God's voice. He's like, God, good morning. What do I do today? God would say, good morning, Dan. It's good to see you. We'll talk about that later. But for now, here's more of my love. Multiple times in his life, he'd be like, God, what do I do? God's like, Dan, it's good to see you. We'll talk about that later. But for now, here's more of my love. He just wants us to know how much he loves us. God is more committed to getting me into his will than me figuring it out. My home is heaven. So why would I be afraid that I'm gonna fail, that I'm gonna die, that I'm gonna get hurt? Like my whole life, my dad has said, there's nowhere safer than in the will of God, which is so true. Because if I die, I'm going to be with my Father. I want to go. Like, why would I not want to be a missionary, go to Afghanistan and risk my life just to let people know that God enjoys them, that they're forgiven, that they're loved? Like my whole life I've been like, I'm not a missionary. I'm going to work in fashion. What if God had me get a fashion degree so that I can go love people in the fashion industry in Morocco or in Paris or in Copenhagen, to tell people in that workplace that they're loved by God? What if that's what God spoke? I think he spoke. I am a missionary. I am. It's not a discipleship school that's gonna make me ready. Like, I'm ready to do what God's calling me to because I'm ready, because he makes me ready, not because I feel ready or because I've read the whole Bible, which I haven't. I've just been thinking too, like every moment that has led me to where I am right now, it's crazy. When I was a senior in high school, I just graduated from Mater Dei and I was about to go to Baylor. And there was one night where I got really drunk and I ended up getting in my car and I drove and I went 300 feet down a cliff until a tree stopped me. And this night I should have died. I should have hurt someone. I should have got a DUI. And none of those things happened. And like the whole week after that, I was filled with so much shame, so much guilt, so much like disappointment. Like, what am I doing? I was broken. Like, I would cry myself to sleep. I couldn't even talk to my parents. I felt so much shame. It was in my bedroom. I was just alone. God, he spoke to me. He met me. And he was like, Emily, this is why you gave your life to me, because I forgave you. And I received his forgiveness again in my room that day, even though I couldn't forgive myself. And God was like, I'm not done with you. Those days were dark. And after that happened, like, this was the first time I'd ever had like depressive thoughts. And I was like, felt so much shame that I was like, the world would be better off without me. Like, I am destructive. I am a liability. It'd be better without me. And Jesus came to my room and he spoke to me. And he like overwhelmed me with his forgiveness. Since that moment, I have not had a suicidal thought like that, a dark thought like that since. Praise God. Looking back at my time at Baylor, like, he's had so much for me. I've had so many amazing experiences, and he showed me that I love traveling, and he took me to Paris, and I got to live in Europe, where I discovered my love for being around different people and different cultures and being in fashion. And now I'm like, what if that's because he's gonna send me around the world? Only Jesus could have changed me like that. He has so much for you. Psalm 4. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. For himself. That's relationship. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Other translation says, stand in awe and sin not. Ponder in your own hearts and your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. He has put more joy in my heart than the things of this world, than alcohol, than that partying life has ever. The greatest gift is my awareness of my need for God. Like, I need God. Ephesians 1:16 says, I do not cease to give thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers, that the God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of glory, may give you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him, having the eyes of your hearts enlightened. Another translation says illuminated, that you may know what is the hope to which he has called you, what are the riches of his glorious inheritance in the saints. I need to always look to him. Matthew 22:37. And he said to him, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment. And second is like it, that you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus says to love God with everything and love your neighbor as yourself. And everything that God speaks is going to align with this. And if you feel it, like it's God, like God speaks through his word, God speaks through other people to me. It's like I get a thought in my head and I'm like, that could be God. So I'm going to choose to think that it's God. Fear of not knowing, there's fear of getting it wrong, but like fear is an invitation to know God. These are the things God is teaching me, and it's so simple. God enjoys you. I'm so excited about God. It's an adventure with him. I don't want to go 5 minutes without being thankful. I'm so thankful that I get to make these videos, and it's for me to like look back and remember what God's doing in my life. Also, like, I pray this is an encouragement for someone who's watching this, who needs to know that God enjoys them, that God has a plan for them, for someone who hasn't like fully given their life to the Lord. Like, so much for you. You're so loved.